Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Anno 1800. My name is TStrat, and when we last left off, we had built the Court of Justice and started the trial of Edvard Good, only to be thwarted by the Beforian menace. Upon the Beforians invading Bright Sands, they decimated the countryside, destroyed all the buildings there, and we fought back in defense of the Queen. However, you know, dim-witted and not necessarily the greatest leader she is, we still fight for the Queen and country, the Queen and Empire, forgive me. And we proceeded to take our ships over to Bright Sands and take them on. And we did a good job. We finished up the campaign, and now we are looking at the remnants of Ditchwater, our last bastion capital of our empire. And actually, I'm actually making quite a bit of coins. All this was kind of generated on the basically on all of the waiting we did. So waiting to build this and to produce the correct values and all of that stuff. Let me just do some upgrades here. Excellent. Oh, there's one more there. If I put another house, let's see. Just need like one more. Can't do it there because there's no road that goes out that far. Actually, what I could do, just kind of slide these all over. One more. There we go. It's costing me so much, like, in chump chains to, like, actually do that. Okay, and then we can just boop. Excellent, so that'll fix that issue. We're pretty much, like, solid on there. If we can get that down below 1,000, that would be amazing, but currently we do have a lot of industry here to still be producing. I wonder if this is too many. It seems like it's okay. This is insane. Hopefully they're all using that to their full potential. Are you guys going across?
I'll do.
Oh. What the heck? Oh, you're going to that one because this one's full. I got you. Sweet. Alright, that's good. They're all close enough. I think the three of them can kind of cover most of the things there. Got a little train going through as well. This was an interesting little bridge setup. Ooh, that is a turn. Did that at a very high speed. So this is actually probably going here to fill this up. Very interesting. Anyway. Oh, there we go. I missed it. We broke the 1 million mark. We have 1 million. And a little bit extra. 1.24. Quite a bit of chunk change there. And all of this is probably coming from that that one trade route. Let's see. Oops. Actually, I don't see it. I could have sworn it was around here.
More than ready.
I was kind of fiddling with some stuff here, checking these now. We're getting more and more of these like rare to epic tiers, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on them to see if there's any like really good ones. So like this one, for example, this music will increase attractiveness by 30 by itself, and also increase thematic exhibitions of all of these types, right? Empire of the Eagle, Origin of Mankind, Agrarian Cultures, Jurassic. All that just switched out, I think. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this one is. Bonus income -3, but bonus happiness +12. Not the best. So I'm keeping an eye on that. However, I do want to kind of start reducing the total number of ships now that we aren't at war and we don't need anything. So things like extra ship of the lines and stuff, I'm kind of getting rid of just to kind of reduce that warship maintenance. Extra like cargo ships, I've kind of set them apart just to make sure we have that. Additionally, I'm checking Eli periodically.
Is my prison.
There's some interesting ones that he's starting to sell as well. So something like this for Mbessa. So hibiscus tea, seafood stew would be great, but we're not going there yet. Workforce needed on mines and quarries, although we have the better version of that. Ooh, workforce needed clay collectors. I might pick that up.
My life is my prison.
Also works on sand mines, saltpeter, and clay. That's actually pretty good because we could definitely use that. I have some idle ships here. I'm gonna send one of my frigates over here to grab that. Frigates are decently quick. Actually, the pirate frigate's the fastest, I think. Yeah, so we don't actually need you.
Make sail.
We could actually send you down here to Kahina.
You don't always. Can I help?
She also has a lot of cool things. A lot of you know, these like animals for zoos and these stuff for the museum, as well as some maps and stuff for treasure hunting. Whoa. Ah, still at war, I see.
Do you not see? The waves rule them.
So they're still kind of fighting each other. I, however, have trade rights with everybody now, which is excellent. In fact, Mercier is actually the one that's kind of getting the lowest reputation, and that's because I keep accepting people to my island that are leaving him. He does not like that, but I can kind of combat it with some flattery. He enjoys the flattery, so I just keep doing that periodically. But we got Anne Harlow now, which is excellent. Allows me to go over here and check out what she's doing. So she's selling like the pirate gunboat, and she's got a couple cool ship items and things like that. So like workforce and animal farms, sewing machine productivity, a bag of money. That's weird that the bag of money doesn't do anything for income. Well, that's whatever. Neither here nor there. So what do I want to do in this episode? What's going on? Well, Bright Sands is kind of a mess. And I could start tackling this and making it nice and better again. I do kind of want to leave this as is. Actually, this is a really good thing. I want to kind of steal the shape of this. I want this shape. So this is the size of the World Fair. So if I want to place the World Fair, I was thinking it would be kind of cool to have it over here. Now, how big is this going to be? I mean, this is going to be a giant endeavor. So it's good to like think about the size difference here. I mean, it would fit like right like there. That could be kind of interesting. Something like that. Let's do this for now. Let's plop this down right here. So that is where the World Fair will eventually go, which means this theater is gonna have to move. And I could move it. Let's move it. If I move it up, the problem is it's not gonna reach those top left corner there. If I move it too far down, it's not gonna reach this side. So I'm thinking I might just move it like right in.
People celebrate your leadership.
One of these slots, maybe like here, and replace this and kind of just move this down a little bit. So something like so. And have this kind of coming in and maybe facing outward. Like that. Let's just kind of add some sidewalks here just to make sure it's connected. And this can reach a little bit further. It doesn't quite get these corners, but that might be a better option. This university is reaching pretty well. So I like where that is. And so the World's Fair can go right here. And we can still have, like, for instance, since this is doubled up, right? So if this is kind of giving us like a nice little like border essentially, right? So that means that there's room here for some housing, and that's good. So we can fill in the sides here and kind of wall it in. I just wanted to kind of put that in there. We're not going to build the World's Fair anytime soon. We need investors for that, and I'm not quite there yet. However, we are close. We need light bulbs. So I think I want to start to this kind of PlayStation off by doing some cleanup around here before we move on to Cape Trelawney. So this is kind of a in-between episode where I want to kind of build up some of my existing cities and finish anything over here that I wanted to get done. So first step is going to be, can we get all of these working? So I want to get light bulbs. I want to get penny farthings, and these require different materials. So light bulbs are actually quite simple. They require coal and sand and electricity to actually, they don't require it, it just improves it. So let's see, how far does this reach? I think this actually does.
Share and share alike.
If I did this, does this actually reach out there? Yeah, so if I actually drop a light bulb factory, like right here, that would actually reach. Now, in order to do that, I need some coal. I need a coal mine, essentially. And I need glass. We are producing right now an even ratio of glass, although we're full on the actual windows, which is nice. So just to be on the safe side, I think I will maybe do one more glassworks. Yeah, let's do one more. And I'll build this up here. And how are we doing? We are actually importing now. We're importing coal. And it's coming from Sojourner. So I think we're actually good up on coal. We could probably start this now. It's going to increase our balance a little bit. So that's unfortunate. But, so that went up by about 800 or so. Mostly all from this. I guess 900 just from there. So this is going to accept some inputs, start producing some light bulbs, and that's going to trigger this. Now, the other thing is that we have some oil here, and I added some oil lines. I was kind of talking before about how much we needed, and I'm still not sure on all my numbers. You know, this requires basically one oil, and it's good. It can produce all of the fuel tanks for all of our farms on this island with one oil well, and even less than one oil well. And so it's covered by this island itself. These ones, so these power plants require wow, that actually goes a lot farther than I thought. Goes all the way up here. Actually, wait, no, I think this is including, we can find out. Yeah, that was including that. So, these power plants require a lot more. They require 3 of the oil refineries. So, producing, this one produces 1 every 15 seconds, and I believe these take 1 every like 5 seconds, I want to say. So you need 3 of them to fully power it, to keep it powered permanently. So this power plant, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. 15 oil wells to support all of these power plants. Now this power plant can actually be turned off. It's only used for steam shipyards for right now. We don't have as much in this area yet that requires it. So if I need to like cut off one, it's going to be this guy. or this one actually, but these ones are a pretty good ratio right now, so I probably don't want to shut that off. This one can also be shut off if I, I'm pausing production, for example, on, steam motors or on heavy weapons. I don't need to be running these two.
Halt the
And
conveyor!
actually, I could turn this back on as well to get steel as well. So nothing too crazy there. I think right now we have 12 oil coming from La Isla, and I'm doing all of it except for one, so it's actually 11 oil being dumped into here. Let me just, now that I'm getting bricks, I can just build without worrying about it. So this can hold quite a bit of oil, and we're gonna keep accruing that up. But essentially this is only 12, right? I'm going to need a little bit more. So we do have Prosperity now. Prosperity is the new island that we acquired with the quest line. We have 13 oil fields there. There's 7 on this small island over here with clay, but I haven't done anything yet. I got this island for the caoutchouc, I believe, which we also need. So I need to start producing some caoutchouc for what was it that required it? One of the engineering. Any farthings? Is that right? Yes, they need penny farthings for this, so you can only construct it there. I'm gonna it looks like this is a, oh wow, 15 a minute to produce that. So if I wanted to make a good ratio of this, I would need a ton of caoutchouc plantations. Sounds like, since this is a small island, right, what I need to do here when I build that, so let's see, where's the, here it is, this plantation here. How large is this? This is 144. It's the same size as a wheat field. This 100% is going to require a tractor. I mean, look how tiny this island is. There's not room. So if I can build maybe 2 of these farms, that'll be 6. That should be plenty. So I will need to also have an oil. I need to have oil coming out here, if nothing else, just to get the. Oh, I wish I could just put it right there. That would be amazing. Just right here. Just get all of them. I think what I'll do is just kind of put this here. And eventually we'll have a second one there. And this is just going to be important. Well, you know what? Let's actually turn this sideways. And what we can do is kind of take the rail line like this. There we go. Just like through it. And actually, this could probably just come straight down to a... I can't do blueprints with that. That's unfortunate. I need some steel delivered here, and some wood to start as well. I don't want to necessarily build wood on this island, although I guess I could, just to get it producing. But let's see. So I need an oil harbor. Let's see if we come out one and straight down. It should be here, I think. So if I were to, for instance, do a road and I did it just off by 1. Yeah. So the rail line's going to come this way. That means that our farms should be on this side, I think. And again, they're going to have to be a little bit bigger, but 144 is about that. So it'll be 50% larger. I could have 2 or 3, all with tractors producing. We also want to have a fuel station, and we could put that like right along this path. I think would be good, and then fill it this way. So I will kind of work a little bit on that. There's also Curiosity, which has tobacco for cigars, and that's going to be a good one. I think the
We have to
Obreros
thank you for
want the Obreros and the Obreros want cigars. So definitely want to give them that resource as well, just to give a little more profitability here. Les is doing great. It has so much workforce production. I don't need nearly this much. I could probably cut down on the Obreros as well, just to like reduce the taxes on them. So I don't need that much. I could also come through and do the improved tractor farms here as well. Just one of them. Like I literally would just put, yeah, like one of them, and then go from there. Maybe I put it like, where is it? Like here, and feed all these with it. So I could do that. I would do it over here as well, but it's kind of harder to get a line through this space. And this isn't too bad. I think the three of them is, I mean, the three of those is plenty enough to support the needs of all of these buildings. So I don't need to actually really put it over here to save space. I could, but it's just a lot of extra time. But they do need to be close enough to this fuel station so that it actually goes from here to them, because I don't think it actually puts the fuel into a warehouse, which is unfortunate. But oh, there's these farms too. Maybe if I put it like here, and I can go to both of these. This is probably where I want to do it, right? Because then I could, this would become 3. If I build 2, I can basically just produce this section here with like 2 farms. And then same thing over here, I can kind of speed things up. So, you know, I just have to do, like, literally these 3 would be 1 farm. It's kind of unfortunate because I did actually build this up very nicely. But I think that that's probably what we want to do here, just to make this island a little more efficient. We can reduce the workforce and get that under control a little bit better. This is still spitting out rum like crazy. If this got benefit from electricity, whew, that would be amazing. But I don't think a lot of these buildings do. Okay, so I'll do that. I might also...
Competitors have agreed to peace deal.
This one is not going to... This one doesn't have oil on it. So I think here I'm probably going to leave it alone. I might go and add another section of these just to get even more cotton. Although we're doing pretty well there. I might add a... Since we're almost capped on that, just so that we're not wasting time. Let us get a depot here. So we'll just do that real quick, and that'll give us a little bit more extra headroom on there, so we don't cap up before we come and visit. There's also gold. Gold is everywhere, and I would like to start doing stuff with that now, because my money is, well, it's doing okay. I could start theoretically buying gold, so I need it in the new world, or in the old world, I mean, for pocket watch production. However, I'm producing all my pocket watches from this guy, and it seems to be doing pretty well. Like, let's see, consumer goods. How are we doing the pocket watches? I'm actually like producing more pocket watches than I'm using, so I think for now I could probably hold off on the gold, and that actually is extremely beneficial. Yeah, every time I produce spectacles, it just adds more pocket watches. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't actually need to mine gold for a while. That's nice. Alright, so again, in this episode, I'm just going to kind of go through and do it. I also am going to touch up this island here. Oh, we have a full output storage of beer. That is crazy. I set up a harbor here for the oil. I'm going to run a line basically up this way. I might move this down a little bit further just to like do a straight line. I'm going to basically produce a tractor over here, a power station here to power this whole block, and rearrange this to kind of expand maybe a little bit up into here. That way we free up some space and I can make these more efficient.
We're taking
And just kind of clean this up. Hopefully I can reduce the costs, the total expenses on here. Basically anything that's electric powered, their maintenance is going to be cut in half, which means if I keep the same number of chains, I'm going to be like double producing what I normally would. Now, because of the way this is set up, I think I have 12 and 8, a 3-to-4 ratio on that. So when I make these 3 times as effective and these only 2 times as effective, I believe that turns it into a even ratio. But I will do the math on it, make sure I'm not crazy and missing something, because I definitely want to do this. I'm also like, I'm not even running this one, so I'm already filling up. That's really good. We'll probably want to add a few different things to that beer route. So right now, I just decided to add my ship with the beer coming in to opportunity directly. Actually, it's a good question. Yeah, so the New World, Old World alcohol trade that I set up is actually taking from Sojourner a ton of alcohol. It's dropping a lot of it in Ditchwater, like 50, which is supplying all of Ditchwater with it, and then carrying it to the New World. So this is eventually going to hit the New World with the beer supply, and then bringing back the rum. So I don't actually need Ditchwater on the beer route, but this could also supply beer to the other islands that I need it to as well. Technically, I think, yeah, Clayland is the only one I think that can actually generate its own beer, and it's doing so. Again, I didn't want to do the hassle like bringing oil here to make things more efficient, so I just kind of filled them in. Clayland is currently plus 23.
I like being oppressed.
It needs schnapps. What? That's a little snarky attitude there, man, but he's happy. He's fine. Did I forget if I... Yeah, I actually made a close production go up. Is it good now? Yeah, I'm overproducing close. We're good there. I was underproducing for a little bit, so I wanted to like make sure it was
still right here, I suppose.
it was good on the needs. So with Clayland, in order to make Clayland more profitable, all we have to do is supply this baby with schnapps. That's it. If we have schnapps, these guys are going to make money. So as soon as I deliver, I mean, they're not negative right now. So as soon as I deliver schnapps, they're going to all just make income. So I'm going to add that to opportunity. Opportunity is going to need a oil harbor. Let me get that ready to go. All of this literally today is just going to be like, can we get these islands to have electricity and make them more efficient? I might also break this up into farmers and workers somewhere else. I set up this whole thing over here, and I was thinking like, oh yeah, they can just mass produce soap for me in the soap trade, but I don't know if that's really worth it now that we have the other trade going through, like I am making plenty of funds. So in that regard, like this doesn't seem as practical anymore. However, making all of the bread, making all of the schnapps, and eventually grapes for the champagne, I think this island is kind of the farming town, right? Whereas Sojourner, while it's, you know, the beer town, is also going to be a good place to maybe do, like, since we have this workforce already, maybe it's a good place to get some working production, since I'm going to be bringing that over here as well. We could technically do it in Opportunity as well, but I don't know. Still thinking about it. But that's kind of the plan. I'm going to record and kind of do maybe like a time-lapse mode of me building. And if anything happens, I'll have it recorded. Ooh, a beer. Yeah, that's why we're full up on beer. We have a beer festival, so they're not actually. They don't need to make more. Are we? I might also consider just like adding more depots here, just to really ramp up production on there. Like we're full up on a lot of things. They are getting their schnapps as well. Anyway, I'll be recording and doing that. And then the other thing that I want to start thinking about is Trelawney. Trelawney is going to be the next big location. We have tons of space here. I can't even like see it fully zoomed out. There is so much space to put things down. So I think we're going to start tackling that. 100 farmers, 100 artisans. Well, we can actually get started, but I don't necessarily want to until I have a good idea of like what I want to build where.
Some of Father's orders were utterly baffling.
Zinc and copper for brass. We got coal, iron, copper, coal, copper, iron. Ooh, this is like a triple iron hotspot. That's really good. We can mine that out. We have only 4 oil, so if we want to, we can get 1 power station without any imports. I do think that there's. I love this area. Look at this. Area is beautiful. One thing with Trelawney is that I think that there is a achievement. Oh yeah, I'm so happy we got this. I think there is an achievement for doing some extra things here. So first off, we're still working with Hugo Mercier, so we haven't defeated him yet, so that's not going to be there. And we're not going to be able to do this. We already built police stations, public services. I'll check to see if I can just like cheese it by removing these, but I don't think I can. I'm using luxury needs. Like, there's no way I'm not doing this, so that's gonna be saved for a different playthrough. We are doing resident quests for the anarchists when they pop up, so that's the one where they like demand things and we help them out. So I have 8 of 20 getting through there. Haven't established an alliance yet. I don't want to be an allied person with Vicente Silva still at war with everybody. So if we look at like yeah, Barrel's at war with both of them. Mercier's at war with both of them. Vicente Silva's at war with both of them. So whoever I ally with is going to drag me into their war. I don't want that right now. So I'm leaving that alone. And we have his main arc to finish as well with his quests. Now for the next DLC, which is the one we're looking at here, Sunken Treasures, there's the main story, the Great Expedition. Grabbing all cultural sets is something that we'll want to start looking at as well. We need Crown Falls to reach a glamorous attractiveness level, so that's going to be a little rough there. Right now, it's a very attractive city, purely because of nature. I think there's just not a lot going on here, but nature is raising that by a ton. So when we eventually want to go for that, it's going to be mostly coming from culture, I believe, in order to do that. 5,000 or 50,000 investors. That's going to take forever. Let's see here. Let's see. This one, I believe, would be a fun one to do. So, supplying a Metropolis on Crown Falls via trade routes. So basically, no production on the island is working for 5 minutes, and we supply it with just trade. Which means it would just be a profitable city by itself. It just has houses. That sounds like a really cool challenge to do. So I think I'm gonna want to definitely tackle all of those things. Cool, and then Arctic. Just checking what else is here. Oh, we're gonna probably hit this soon if we keep producing on all of them. I'll have to double check how many we have. Have at least 10 farms we can track just by only one fuel station. That might be doable as well. We'll build a bank. Like, I haven't even built a bank yet, ever. So I need to build a bank. And exhibitions and alliances with all players and pirates, which we'll do eventually. I think we'll get that when we get down to our final couple people. Okay. So I'm gonna brainstorm off camera an idea for like the layout of this. I'll think about it. I'll kind of draft it up a bit. We have a coast over here that we need to make use of. We have these kind of split up islands we need to do something with, and we have this cliff face we can build on. So I'm going to kind of brainstorm how I want to lay out this thing, see some ideas, maybe draft some ideas up in blueprint mode, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, what I also want to do
Fit for you,
are these.
junk for me.
So we got some treasure to go get, and I want to start doing that because he's got some items here.
Soldiers had no use for the iron, or frozen such as they were.
So he's got things like, you know, these ballasted diving bells, the radar, so it reveals nearby quest objects, treasures, and mines. And they all require something. So like this one, for instance, just all this requires is scrap, iron, and sand, right?
Zeppelins will take off. You'll
the
see.
quartz. So that's something that's very,
Yes, and
very
they'll want a piece of my
doable
meat.
in getting that. This one, I think this one's going to be huge, getting scrap amount increase, because the more scrap we find, the faster it's going to be to get all these things. So I think that's going to be a big one. But yeah, there's just a ton of these. So here's like this is like a temporary version of that. Increased chance of finding animals while diving. That's cool. Some of these are destroy after use, and I don't think that they're as valuable. I mentioned something like this is insane. So a movement speed with no cargo slowdown, no damage slowdown. I can put this on any ship. It doesn't have to be a steamship. That's amazing. We also have the cannon increase. We have, you know, these production ones that also provide extra goods. So like this one, for instance, produces extra oil, although there's a chance of fire increase I don't like. Provides electricity to heavy weapons, motor assembly lines, cab assembly lines, basically everything that we have in our main area. This could just provide electricity to that. That's amazing. We have tons of other things. Here's another one, provides electricity to all coastal buildings, so we don't have to build one on the coast. This one, just income per house. I think we showed that before.
Should hold together.
So let's see.
For a time.
How do we do this? So this is the region New World, Old World. And we have different treasure types along with them. We also got, this is Cape Trelawney and New World. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to just start with Cape Trelawney. I want to just grab that. These actually seem really cool though. artifacts. I'll leave it alone for now. I'm just going to start with this one,
Something for
just to
nothing.
kind of show what's going on with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be
Shit like
activating
the
this. It gives us a shape, and that will match one of the islands in this region. So we can look at these islands, for example, this one, and it doesn't quite match up. It doesn't have that hook in it. What islands do? So this one, close but not quite. What was it looking like? So it's got a little cut in there, so that's not it. No. It's basically Clayland again. This little island here. Is that it?
On our way.
Can't quite tell. I don't think this is it. Let's double check. No, this kind of comes to a point. It's not the same. There are islands here that I missed. I'll kind of like check as I go
Begin
through.
the turn.
Yeah, there's one here as well. I'm gonna check this island and see
Room
if
to
this
maneuver.
might be. This might be it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it directly. Maybe I'm just being blind. And I think we want to view it from the north because I think it matches like north directions. But we'll eventually see like a little circle, and that'll tell us what it kind of looks like. You know, these have the cutouts, but it's not the same. Oh, you know what? Is it this island? Ah,
Begin the turn.
this is what I was looking for. So this right here is the spot we need to dive at. So the island was just much bigger than I was thinking it was, but here's that little cutout, right, from it. So if we look at the map here, we can see it just sort of matches the shape of this island, and you got like the little rocks on the side. Very cool. So I'll send the diving bell over there. I do have... Where was it? Right here. I do have this as well, which increases scrap amount, so might be using this. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to kind of jump ahead and get the next couple things there recorded. So hopefully this will be like kind of a montage of all the things that happen in this episode. I kind of been rambling for about like 40 minutes, so we'll see how much more I have here, but hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks. Alright, I just thought I'd stop for a second because we actually have the ability to promote some of these engineers to the next level. Now, I'm a little worried because some of these lower productions like the fur coats weren't completely stable. But I did add more cotton to the route, so hopefully that'll fix that. But notice that, like, I think if we get a little too far, like, these guys don't have electricity yet because this isn't getting powered. So the only ones who can actually upgrade are along this line here. Now I know that from previous experience, the bottom 4 become the basic requirements of the next tier. So hopefully this is going to be all right. Let us get our first investor. Oh, also I fixed the light bulb issue here. It wasn't getting filaments yet, so fix that. I also added dynamite production over here, and I don't know if we actually are going to be losing tallow or gaining tallow, but we have so much in stock. I'm like, whatever. And let's get a few of these. I don't know. Should we just do all of them? Yeah.
You reached a new milestone.
Bam. The age of business. Excellent. And we actually have some champagne, which honestly I'm not producing, so we probably don't want them to actually be taking of that yet. They're gonna need champagne, cigars, chocolate, steam carriages eventually as well. And then they get happiness from pocket watches, penny farthings, a bank, which I still can't build yet, I think.
An artisan has not even the most basic concept of money.
Oh. That investor is not happy right now. Because they're not getting luxury goods, I think. I don't know why your working conditions are bad. You don't have to work. Do they not show... They don't show my investors because they're not a workforce. But I can see it over here. 320 of them.
After all, there's always something more to be done. See to this, pronto.
Ah, 16 champagne and 18 cigars.
Steaming up to the platform.
I actually can do this because I believe we're getting some from just like basic trades. But we're not actually producing these, so I don't want them to use it yet.
Just what the
Ooh,
doctor
intoxicator.
ordered.
Residents with a pub. What was that? Residents with a pub are filled with schnapps? Is that what I saw? Farm residents, work residents. Residents with a pub need fulfilled are provided with schnapps. Hello, Ditchwater. I heard you were looking for schnapps, and you guys have a pub. So
We make the best of what
not
we
all of
have.
them have it fulfilled, though. But I think, like, even starting there. Is that? Oh, that is connected. Okay. Well, this wasn't crazy.
Think about it. We are not well matched.
Oh, shut up, Silva. Awesome. So I will I'll go and grab that and keep going on. But there we go. We have our first investors, and they have a whole extra tier of stuff. Gas-powered electricity, which I believe this gas mine comes from. I want to say this comes from like the Arctic stuff, but I'll look into it as well. I don't think it's from here. However, there is the Vineyard, which we could start producing champagne with, which doesn't seem too bad. I believe I have one of these islands. I think it was Opportunity has grapes. So if we want to build a vineyard here, that's probably very doable. Again, once I get the oil around here, like just popping in a vineyard is probably going to be very nice. They also have a few items here, a fountain plaza and a gazebo plaza for their ornaments. Nothing too crazy. They have the palace, a unique symbol of your empire's grandeur. It increases attractiveness by 1,000, but look at that maintenance cost on there. But this thing's huge, and I believe you can use this to expand and make little other tiles and things like that. But the maintenance cost on this alone is something we don't want to deal with right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. We also have the World's Fair, which we can build. So let me actually go back to Ditchwater. We were thinking about putting it right in here. Right there. You see? Oh, it almost fit for a second. Just thinking about it. There we go. So eventually we'll start production on this, but it requires a ton of resources that I don't have yet. So this is something that's going to take a long time before we even get started with that.
The
Cool.
decor is utterly grotesque.
Eventually I will have this 100 coins per investor if I have a bank. So that'll be the next thing, is kind of just, I was thinking about Why is this low? I should have plenty of rum. What the heck's going on there? I'm just trying to find a warehouse real quick. So let's click this. Rum? I have rum. What's going on?
I have to be resourceful.
Not sure why that went down. It's down on everybody? Oh, that's weird. Okay. I'll look into that in a bit. But one thing I wanted to do is
Spend
just...
it all at once.
Thanks, Barrow. Don't really need it, but thank you. One thing I wanted to do is just to get that initial investor set up. And you can see they're actually 250 per house, which is about the same as a nearly full up engineer. So if that gives you an indication of, like, you know, just getting these on a basic level with almost none of their luxuries met is the same as an engineer with a good amount of luxuries met. So this will be a good thing to do. We'll also want to increase our engineering workforce so that we can get that bank built. I'm going to need to basically double what I have here. So I'm also going to continue to do that, basically upgrading artisan houses, moving them in, and then making sure that we are meeting our demands as we're going through and doing that. So I'll keep doing this, keep working on it. See you guys in a bit. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm kind of just doing periodic things to kind of fix shortages and things like that. I moved a few things into here just to increase the income of this area, because this is where we have our biggest gains. And actually, these guys it's lower than I showed you before, but that's because we're out of coffee. So once we get coffee in here, all this is going to increase even more. That'll be very good. I've been slowly moving in more and more engineers, and actually, how close are we to the bank now? We're getting there. We're 2,000 of the way there. We need to get 3,000
Your ship has
engineers.
returned from its voyage.
Awesome. We did some salvaging, and I did get a white flag, which I put on one of the cargo ships. The nice thing about that is now I don't have to worry about the cargo ships ever being attacked by anything, which is actually really awesome. So that was a legendary quest.
Wouldn't be after a mountain of links, would ya?
So now he's actually showing what I was thinking about before. Now he's actually accepting gold. So similar to what we did with all the other routes, we could set up a gold trade between him and somebody like Anne Harlow and put a ship on that route. And actually, let me think about doing that. Kind of just want to see what I have here. So I'm sending a lot of ships around here. So this might actually be a good
Begin the turn.
ship to use for it. Now let's see. I'm gonna do some quick math. Let me grab a calculator here, just so I know what's going on. What I'm basically calculating here is going to be the cost of buying from either Anne Harlow or Jean La Fortune. I think they sell it the same. So 2,770 or
I could have lit up the
2,770.
barbecue.
So in this case, it doesn't matter which one we pick. However, I think Anne Harlow is probably a better option because she's super close to the border, which means we can come in, grab it, and go out really quickly here without any delays. Now, eventually, I would want to actually make that route, deliver the gold, some of the gold, to me instead of to the edge of the world for certain production lines. However, we're not going to be concerned too much with that.
If
So
execution was good enough for my
a
brother,
stack.
it'll be good enough for Her Majesty.
a stack of gold at 2,770, which is 50 gold, that's 138,500. If I multiply that by 3, that's how much we could buy at any given time, which would be just over 400,000. Now, currently I've been kind of fluctuating on and off. I did buy a decent chunk of things, so I bought a lot of the like people to have for our main area, and I've been putting them around places. So that cost me a bit, but we're kind of getting back up there. So currently, if I just do like times 2, so it's 100 would be 277,000. And if I sell that, so instead of the 2770, when I go to actually sell it at Nate's, he is offering
I can smell on you.
4432,
Pickled eggs.
which would net me a profit of 443,200. So let me just really quickly get this situated here. So 4432.
Semaphore stations will soon be disused. There's a tip for old iron.
So that would make us about a 166,000 profit on just the gold trade, which again, all that's costing me to set up is just a cargo ship, which I have already. And I don't need a cargo ship. I could send one of the clippers instead. Actually, I have a clipper lying around. And let's just call this the 24 carat. Oh, can't quite do that, huh? 24 carat. And this will be our gold ship. So we can start making a trade route for that. Excellent. So we want this to be Anne Harlow, just because she's right on the border. And in Trelawney with Nate. So we'll buy gold, sell gold. And I could do another one. Kind of tempted to, because we are making, I think by the time it gets there I'll have enough, but it'll be kind of close. So I'm going to put this on here, and this will be the gold rush, and we'll add in our 24 carat. By the time it leaves the old world, goes to the new world, or sorry, leaves the new world, goes to the old world, then goes to pick it up, I think we'll have, hopefully we'll have enough funds to purchase all of them. Just double checking my math here. So I'll need just over 400,000 to purchase 3 stacks of it. The more stacks I purchase at once, the more I make. So there might be a problem with some deficit if I don't make that money by the time it gets there. We'll see. I still think overall I'm making money though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Also, I'm going to get, in between episodes, I'm going to get the rest of this set up. So I'm going to add this oil to the routes, send it everywhere. I need to also just, I've just been missing steel. Like, I'm just short on steel everywhere. This island has the only steel factory I have, and it's producing a double efficiency. And so eventually I will get enough steel, but it's just taking a long time. So nothing too concerning there, but just kind of annoying.
New orders,
I can buy steel from Archibald, and he keeps producing a decent amount, but not ideal. I was thinking about maybe putting a steel factory here and starting to produce it. I'm planning for the power.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Now. Oh no. Short of cigars and lace, because I don't have any. Yeah, and we've also been getting Mercier's trying to buy La Isla from us, so we need to make sure we don't let him do that. Let's edit this, and actually just to kind of make things easier
You
on
know what's
ourselves,
best for the
I'm going
leaders,
to
After all,
just kind of use my influence to rig
Printed
this a
news
little
ever
bit,
die out? Anything else?
and that
Then
way
I'll send it out.
our deficit drops way low, and then we can
Such a thrill when it pays off.
hopefully
There's
get more
always a
income
small
coming
price
through
for
for at least a little bit.
You gained an influence bonus.
All right, and so with that, I have my
Ollie, I report
steel
in.
coming in here, and then so I'll send this to the right places, and I'll get all the things situated and sorted out.
Ship
Maybe-
constructed.
I think it's like, I don't want all of it here. I want like,
You have amassed considerable
That's-
forces, I must admit.
Room to maneuver.
oh, did we just construct our new? Ah, yes.
Battle deck to attention.
Let's do. Get our SX executive back.
Battle cruiser ready.
I just figured I had the resources. I might want to make one. Very cool. All right, so in between episodes, I'm gonna fix all this stuff, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. And in the next one, I think we're gonna start putting some stuff down in Trelawney.